This is your before and after story. Southeastern College can help you prepare for a secure and fulfilling career in the growing healthcare field. We offer a wide range of careers to choose from, so whether you want to be a medical assistant, medical billing and coding specialist, nurse, surgical technologist, or another healthcare career, we've got you covered. Become a vital part of a healthcare team and make a real difference. Southeastern College, your future is bright. Visit sec.edu to get started.
This is your before and after story. Instead of imagining a rewarding career in medical imaging, Southeastern College can actually take you there. Prepare for a career in ultrasound, radiology, and X-ray technology. With hands-on specialized training, simulations, and real-life experience with the latest imaging technology, you'll be ready to play a vital role on any healthcare team. Transform your life by helping others. Southeastern College, your future is bright. Visit sec.edu to get started.
All right, so, there's all this buzz online, right, about this potential new Marvel project.
Right.
They're calling it Avengers Doomsday.
Uh-huh.
And we've got access to something really kind of cool here. It's essentially
Yeah.
like all the top search terms that people are looking for related to this project.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to do a deep dive into the collective
That's right.
Marvel brain here.
Yes.
And try to see what these keywords
Exactly.
tell us about what might be coming down the line.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting is that we're seeing a lot of clusters around casting.
Okay.
So who might be in this project?
Yeah.
And then also key characters from the Marvel Universe.
Right.
Connections to existing stories. So, how this might tie in to the
Yeah.
broader MCU. And then also
Yeah.
just general hype words like Doomsday, which I think is
Absolutely.
really intriguing.
Yeah, well, let's start with the possible cast, because
Yeah.
that always gets people really, really excited.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you see some names here
Yeah.
that you would sort of expect.
Right.
Tom Holland's on here, obviously.
Course. Yeah.
Anthony Mackie, folks like that.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh.
All the core MCU players that you would think
Exactly.
would probably be involved in something like this.
But then there are some real head scratchers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
is on this list.
Which, that would be
I know. I mean, I
would be a
remember.
huge surprise,
Huge.
given, what's happened
Yeah,
with his character.
A real shocker.
So it's
Yeah.
very interesting to see his name.
Well, and what's really, really interesting to me is that you've also got a lot of names on here that are synonymous with the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
So James Marsden, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart,
Wow.
even Rebecca Romijn's name is on here.
Interesting.
So you immediately start thinking,
Yeah.
are they gonna blend
Yeah. Are we looking at some kind of a
the MCU
multiverse thing or what?
with the mutant universe?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes beyond them, right?
It does.
You've got Vanessa Kirby's name is on here.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer, who
many people will remember as Beast from the
yeah.
X-Men films,
saw
and
it.
Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler.
So it really feels like they're drawing from a lot of different
A very broad range of
comic book adaptations, not just
yeah.
the core MCU stuff.
adaptations, exactly.
Not here.
And then you've also got all these names that are generating a lot of excitement right now, just in general, like Joseph Quinn,
Oh, sure.
Danny Ramirez, Winston Duvasacic, Duke Pedro Pascal,
Yeah.
and of course Channing Tatum, who's been, sort of circling this Gambit role for quite some time.
Right. So, yeah. So it's a very eclectic
It is.
group of people.
Right.
So let's move from actors to
Characters and teams that are mentioned here.
right.
Because Avengers, obviously,
of course.
front and center.
Makes sense.
But Fantastic Four is also showing up
Yes.
a lot in these searches,
A lot.
which I think is significant.
Yeah, I think so too, particularly when you consider that Doomsday
Right.
is part of the title
Exactly.
of this supposed project.
So if we're playing connect the dots here,
Yeah.
the fact that Fantastic Four is very prominent,
Uh-huh.
and then you also have Doctor Doom
Right.
as one of the top searches.
Yeah.
I mean that's a pretty
That's a classic pairing.
that's a classic Marvel pairing.
Doctor Doom is a major antagonist
Yeah.
in the Fantastic Four world, and
Right.
he's often involved
Mhm.
in these really world-ending
Yeah,
scenarios.
exactly.
So
And then you've got Magneto and Professor X
yes,
still, continuing to be
which again makes you think X-Men.
X-Men. What's going on here?
What's going on? Are they going to fold them
Yeah.
into the larger MCU narrative?
Exactly. And then you throw Gambit in there, too.
Right.
You know?
More mutant flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Doomsday itself.
Right.
I mean, that implies something.
Yeah, that's
It's not
pretty big, right?
not your average villain of the week.
No, not at all.
That's implying something much, much bigger.
Exactly.
And I think when you consider Doomsday, along with the fact that you've got all these actors from both the MCU and the X-Men world,
Yeah.
it really makes you think that, okay, this has got to be some kind of a multiverse
Yeah.
storyline where maybe different realities are colliding,
Yeah.
or it's some sort of major timeline convergence. I mean, it would need to be something of that scale to really bring this many disparate characters together.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you've got villains, you know, Dr. Doom being one example, who are very much associated with different eras
Right.
of Marvel Comics,
Yeah.
also kind of supports this idea that this is going to be a very broad and impactful story.
Yeah. I think it's really clear from these searches
Yeah,
what's driving the fan curiosity here.
totally.
All right. People want to know.
Absolutely.
Number one, who's going to be in
Going
it?
to be in it. Yeah.
Number two, how do all these different
How are all these different pieces of the puzzle going to fit together?
connect? And then just how big is
Like
this
jump.
Doomsday?
Event
How big
is this thing
display?
gonna be?
Yeah. I think that raises an interesting question too, is, you know, with all these different potential elements
Yeah,
in play, the actual story is going to have a lot to balance.
absolutely.
And I think these search terms really highlight what's at the forefront of fan expectations.
Sure.
So the filmmakers are going to have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So just to kind of recap here,
Okay.
what we've learned from looking at these Avengers Doomsday search trends is that it looks like we're in for something
It does seem that way.
really, really big.
There's huge potential.
We're seeing a mix of, you know, your familiar MCU heroes, along with actors who are very strong,
the core players that we all know and love.
linked to the X-Men,
Right.
and other Marvel properties as well.
Exactly.
And it all seems to be pointing toward the huge,
massive,
possibly universe-altering
yes,
Doomsday event.
Yeah, Doomsday event.
And it looks like major villains like Dr. Doom
Of course.
might be playing a
Maybe a key part.
key role in this.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is shaping up to be a really ambitious project.
Absolutely.
And something that I think is really going to capture the attention of
Yeah.
a wide range of Marvel enthusiasts.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I think we should leave everyone with this.
Okay.
With so many potential characters and storylines
Yeah.
that are kind of being hinted at here.
Right.
In these searches, what's the one thing
Yeah.
that you are personally most intrigued by?
That's a good question.
And what do you think the larger ripple effects of that one thing might be on the future of the MCU as a whole?
That's something for everybody to think about.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.